Okay, we've got senior receiver Trevon Clark coming off a big game at TCU. Don't know if he knows that, but the 68-yarder was the longest at Cal in a while. Obviously, also a career high, and on top of that, he had a 54-yarder. So he's here to talk about him. Go ahead and start with a question from Jeff Ferrato.
Trevon, obviously the result of the game wasn't what the team wanted, but a big breakthrough game for you. Can you just talk about how exciting it was to be involved in a couple of plays like that? And I'm sure that's what you had in mind when you came to Cal.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was really just like a breath of fresh air in a way, just, getting back to doing the things that I'm used to doing. So, I mean, it came routine, seeing the ball in the air, just it all felt good. Just things that we worked on the entire week heading into TCU, and we just all part of the plan of execution, and I felt like we did that.
When we had Coach Wilcox on a few minutes ago, he said during practice leading up to the TCU game, he saw 4 or 5 times when you and Chase hooked up on deep balls, and every single one of them was completed. Did you feel like you were ready to have this kind of success with the deep ball?
Yes, I've always been ready to have this kind of success. It was just really waiting on the opportunity to present itself, and then me personally being ready to, make it happen. And that's something that we've been emphasizing, is just continuing to be that, having that vertical threat, and that will open up everything else throughout our entire offense, really.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what everyone's been talking about for a couple of years with your offense, to get the ball downfield, to open up the rest of the of Bill Musgrave's offense. Do you think you're at a point now as a unit where you can do this going forward?
Yes, I have extreme belief that this is something that can become routine week in and week out. Like, this is something that we can continue to do. Me and Chase, we've been working since spring ball in these deep balls, and it's just building that trust and establishing that relationship, building that chemistry. So I feel like the we've got tighter over the months and months and months of working, that we trust each other now to the point where we can go ahead and open it on up.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll go to Trace Trummers from Rivals.
Hey, Trevon. After last year, you left the team for a bit for personal reasons, but you came back this spring as a super senior. I guess it seems from our point of view like you've kind of been rejuvenated into the game a little bit. Can you talk about how that process has been getting back into it and having the kind of success you are early in the season?
Well, just to start it off, a lot of things, everybody went through something during the whole pandemic situation. So it kind of weighed on everybody different. And it just so happened to be at that point in time, it was a real bad time. And so I feel like I just had to take a step back, gather everything back together. And then once I stepped back out there, I put my best foot forward every single day from that point moving forward. And, I work to be the best I can be to help the team win.
Yeah. And just, is there anything specific that you've kind of worked on over the past few months to get in the position that you're in?
I worked real hard in the weight room, trying to get my weight up, get my strength up. Worked on my speed, got in the playbook, just building my confidence overall, trying to get everything back rolling so that when I'm on the field, there's no thoughts going through my head. I'm playing free. So that was my main objective, is just getting all my ducks in a row and then going out there and just letting it loose.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, we've got him on now. Jim, you come on, and you probably need to have a question. You come on right now. So if you have a question for Trevon, go ahead.
Trevon, do you feel like the offense is in a position to be able to be untracked the rest of the season after the early season struggles? Did you guys see something in the way you were able to execute that you feel like you're able to carry forward?
Yeah, we just watching film throughout these 8 quarters that we've had together in this season. I mean, we're starting to gel together and come together as an offense, which is something I think is super important, extremely important, just the chemistry throughout the entire offense. And I feel, I mean, it's the little things that we have to, tighten up on. But I feel like we're gonna have an extremely successful offense moving forward. I mean, we learned our lessons. We know what to do, what not to do. You know what works, what doesn't work, and we haven't even dipped our toe in the playbook for real. So I think moving forward, we're gonna continue to make explosive plays downfield, and like I said, that's gonna open up everything else underneath and continue to open up everything vertical.
I'm sure it's not the easiest thing to put a couple of non-conference losses behind you. The team hasn't had non-conference losses in quite a few years, but how do you flip the switch and focus on winning the Pac-12 North after having some early season struggles?
I mean, we just gotta, detach from the end result as a team and focus on what's next, focus on the next step, being present, working hard every single day at practice, and not really worrying about what happened, but what we have to do moving forward as a team. So I think as a team, we're focused on the next opponent, no matter who it is. We're not really worried about what happened these last 2 weeks because we know we're better than that. There's a lot of things that we're working on now and we'll continue to work on as a team. And I feel like it's gonna be a season to remember.
Just wrapping up, when you were away from the team part of last season, do you think maybe my football career might be over? Or do you think, you know what, I'm going to come back better and bigger next season and wrap things up in a strong way?
Yeah, the thought of my football career being over never crossed my mind at all. It was really just, it was a hard time, and I felt like that's what I needed to do in order to continue my football career. So I just can't, it just never crossed my mind that football was over for me. I knew I was going to come back 10 times better than I've been in the past. So that was my focus coming back, just being intentional on and off the field.
Great, thanks.
Okay, I think Jeff Ferraro has another question. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, Trevon, where are you at academically? Are you close to graduating, or when do you expect that to happen? Just tell us what your path is there, please.
Yep. I'm finishing up my last 3 classes right now, so I graduate in December.
What's your major?
Sociology.
And could you just talk about how big a deal that is for you to do that, given the pretty long and winding path you've taken?
Man, the first person in my entire family on both sides to graduate from college, first of all. And then for it to be from such a prestigious school as Berkeley, it's amazing. I just smile about it. There's really not much I can say. It's just I feel all the hard work paying off, and me being only 3 classes away from getting my bachelor's degree it's an amazing feeling. On top of everything that's getting ready to come with football.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to ask